Oh no, Jeffrey, it's happening again. He's in a social situation, but he's just not present. Inside of his mind, he's deep in thought. Are they looking? Are they judging? Wait, what if they don't like me? But what should I say next? I think of something funny. I'm bored, but like, I want them to like me. By being so socially anxious, Jeffrey actually comes across worse in social settings, even though he's spending more time thinking about this. His friends notice that he doesn't seem like he's actually here. He seems vacant. He seems deep in thought. This cycle of negativity just continues till Jeffrey just feels lonelier and lonelier. Adonis is a social butterfly, so charismatic, so charming, so confident. There are no anxious thoughts inside of Adonis's brain. In fact, there are no thoughts at all. He's totally present. How can we get like this? Aren't you tired of overthinking social situations? Don't you wish that you could just be around your friends or even new people and just be present and be charming and charismatic and not be just constantly thinking about things in your mind? I remember having this same goal years and years ago in high school. Bro, this conversation fucking hurt. I remember a couple of my friends were like telling me the story of like what happened in a sleepover. So, they were talking about like some sleepover they were all at, right? And I wasn't there. And like, oh yeah, they shaved someone's hair off or some shit, some like goofy shit like that boys do, right? And I kind of said, oh, like that's why I'd never come to a sleepover with you guys. And I just saw one of my friends very seriously look at me and say, no, because we didn't even invite you anyway. When you've had like shitty friends and shitty social experiences, you can start to overthink these things. But first, we have to know that young guys aren't really that respectful. They're going through their own journey and it might not be their priority just yet to just make you feel totally like welcomed. And it'd be awesome if your friends did that. But oftentimes, like, this doesn't necessarily mean that they're like really bad people. It's just unfortunate circumstances that usually there's a couple of people in a group of friends that don't really get treated that nicely. We want to try our best not to let previous social experiences that weren't that great alter us right now. And of course, we've got some level of like history which our brain is like attached to those negative situations, but we can try and overcome that. But first, you may have even pushed to the point of perhaps convincing yourself that you don't really need friends. I see this with a lot of young guys who've experienced like not great friends, and they kind of had this new attitude of like, yeah, well, I don't need anyone else. I'm a lone wolf. I'm all fine by myself. I did the lone wolf thing myself. So I went literally months and months and months, like honestly different periods of my life, like multiple times I went like literally 6 months, 9 months without speaking to a single like male friend, honestly. And I'll tell you the truth, it was fantastic for focus. I had no friends to like do anything with, so all I had to do was just work and just go to the gym. So that was good. But honestly, life and growth and work and success without friends just feels so empty, so shallow. I'm not saying that you need to be popular or have like a massive group of friends, but what we should all aspire to, I think at the least, is to have like 1, 2, maybe 3 like die hard, good as fuck friends, because your life is so different when it's incomparable when you have no friends to when you just have 1 or 2 good. I'm not talking like some random ass friend who like disrespects you and insults you and says, oh, it's just a joke, bro. I'm not talking about that prick. I fucking hate that guy, bro. You might have never experienced this in your life before, but I'm talking about like Sam. You need a Sam in your life, bro. A male friend, specifically male. I don't mean to be sexist, but bro, as a young man, you need male friends. You can have a female friend if you want, and we can go down this argument, can men have female friends and stuff? You need a male friend who you love, who you can trust, and who encourages you. You need a guy who's on this journey with you, because that's just so valuable, being able to like just discuss ideas and message each other like, oh bro, like I don't want to go to the gym today, and he messages you like, no, come on, like go to the gym like you said you would. And just having this level of like fucking stupid ass fight. Having this level of like accountability is so important. There's an easy, somewhat fast way to improve social anxiety, and that is to meditate and to be present. And it's easier said than done, but it's still something that you can implement right there and then in the social situation. You can just remind yourself to try your best to stay present by just focusing on something like your breath. And that's like some pretty good advice, but I'm gonna give you the unsexy answer. You're not gonna like this because it's gonna be a longer term solution. The unsexy answer and real explanation to social anxiety is that we just feel socially anxious based on our position in the social hierarchy, in like our status. So if you feel quite low down in the social hierarchy, you feel like an unimportant person, you're gonna be more anxious, because think about like everything always comes back to like our primal caveman ancestor animalistic life, right? Think about how the weak member of the tribe would feel when he feels like he's not important, valuable, or contributing to the tribe. He would feel anxious because he's literally thinking, shit, if I don't contribute value to the tribe soon, they might kick me out. And that's literally exactly what still happens in this modern day, even though we're not really in tribes anymore. If you're like a low down guy in the group and you're not very valuable valuable. You literally have the fear like, oh, well, they might kick me out soon. They might not like me soon. They might not invite me to stuff soon. We still have that same primal fear of being kicked out of the tribe and being left to die. And it happens to us because we're so low down in the social hierarchy, and it's kind of obvious to us. We're not valuable to the other members of the tribe. Perhaps we've got one thing, like, oh yeah, we tell some funny jokes every now and then, but we're missing the key element of feeling safer in the social hierarchy, and that is the respect of other men. The unsexy answer to get rid of social anxiety, it's to level up. Level up your place in the social hierarchy. Become more needed. Become more valuable. The unsexy answer is that you've got to become valuable, and that's the life of a man. That's the journey that we all have to go through. We have to become valuable. We have to provide the things that the tribe needs. Click and watch this video right now. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Mwah.